play action. Here's Tua. And incomplete to open things up. Well, such a great Week 1 matchup here, the Dolphins and Chargers. And fairly or unfairly, these two QBs are going to be measured against one another probably for the rest of their careers. Remember, Tua was the number 5 overall pick in 2020, and Justin Herbert followed him at number 6.
And let's add on to it because Joe Burrow went number 1 overall. He's like, since
there he goes, left side. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Boy, Keenan Allen couldn't pull that one in, but it's going to be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Option handoff now to Achane. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety. And
now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Here's a diving catch right side. And it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen laying himself out in the end zone. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun is a give to A-Chain. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Davis now to return it. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Set. Grenade. Grenade out. Baylor tight. Set.
After the run, now Herbert to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Herbert on third down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart. Down and then some.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43.
5-9, 5-9.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Returnable here for Davis. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. He gets it to Johnston. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A game there of 30 big ones. And they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run here with Spiller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to surge ahead with Spiller. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
The second down and 10 there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
I just think that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
On first down, it's Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. H.A. now up the middle. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Ready. All right, let's go.
Tua, a final shot before half. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, 63 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, go lion. Crowd right.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Hill shedding the tackle. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. A-Chain gets it from the gun. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And they're going to speed things up here. 2 now on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Nobody had more speed on offense last season than Miami, and Waddle might be the fastest player on that unit. Led the NFL with over 18 yards per catch and was in the top 10 in yards despite playing with an all-pro in Tyreek Hill.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, a run by A-Chain. And a short gain down to about the 33. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He dumps it off to A-Chain.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now it's Herbert. And this one's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Oh, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. A gain of 22. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, ram.
Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And there's a little bit of a case of back to the future because Justin Herbert as a rookie, 5 rushing touchdowns, 3 in 2021, and none last year. I think that speaks to his development as a pocket passer and trusting his receivers more and more. But in this case, trusted himself and found the end zone.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end McKinney right side complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Trey McKinney. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
It's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Running right, here's A-Chain. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's a toss left for A-Chain. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Again, it's A-Chain.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon A-Chain
making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19s. Should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Here's Duggan to throw. Now a deep one for Johnston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually...
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, it's Spiller.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
Able to push his way through. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. White looking to throw.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here's White.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not every